Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Payne. At the Live Well Center, we talk every day about the importance of proper posture. Without the right posture, it is really hard to move efficiently. It is hard to sit properly without pain or fatigue. And eventually we're going to see some really serious adverse effects on our health. The right posture not only makes us feel good, it's going to make us look good as well. So in this video, Neve, a movement specialist, goes through the right techniques and cues to change your posture and improve it right away. So watch this video, take what you can from it, but if you have any questions, please call our office right away. Thank you.
Okay, great. So I'll get you, just come over a little bit, and just relax, and just be your normal posture as you would be. Pretend I'm not here. Okay, so what we're going to do today, we're going to do ABC. So we're going to look at your alignment, your breathing, and then we're going to look at your core. So I'm just going to start by looking at your alignment. So first thing, which is important, is just the locking out of the knees. So try to just get a soft bend. The minute you lock your knees out, you're kind of just loading down on your lower back, you're swinging off your hips. The minute you put that soft bend back in your knees, your glutes turn on, your quads turn on, your hamstrings, and they're going to hold you up instead of just loading down and swinging off your hips. So a slight bend in the knees. Once we come up here, or all around your pelvis, I want you to think of it like nearly a bowl of water. Okay, so put your hands on your hips for me. And if you look at me in the mirror here, so you don't want to be spilling water at the front. So you don't want to be overly extended here. You do not want to have it tucked under, so you don't want to be sitting back in it. So just get some movement in your hips. So just exaggerate here, so go forward, bring it back, forward, and then try to find that neutral spot, and you should feel your core working to hold you there. Okay, so you're not overly tilted forward. With you, your posture kind of has a tendency to kind of sit back a bit in it. So you want to bring it just slightly forward. Nearly like there's a string coming out of your pants here, and just bringing your butt up a little bit. Okay, so you want to have a bum, you don't want to have that tucked under. Okay. You want to have the nice little curve here too, as long as it's not too much, so not really like this, but yours looks good right now. So you want to hold it there. Can you feel your core working a little bit? Okay, good. So after here, we're going to move up around here, up to your rib cage. So it's going to be the same thing again. I want you to think of this like a bowl of water. So with you, again, your posture is a little bit back. So you kind of have water spilling out here. I want you to focus on stacking your rib cage over your pelvis. Does that make sense? Yeah. So what you're going to do is you're going to bring it over and nearly down. So you should really feel all here working in the core. So there's no good it's no good having this perfectly neutral and then being way back here or bad posture here. So you want these stacked perfectly. So if you put one hand here on your chest and one hand here where your belly button is, we don't want to be like this, okay? We don't want to be too open here, and we don't want to be collapsing. So you just want to have it nice and perfect. So rib cage stacked over the pelvis. So you should be slightly forward. Yeah. You can feel that? Does it feel weird? A little. Yeah. So you can train your body to get into good alignment. You just have to keep checking in with yourself day in, day out. Make sure you have that soft bend in the knees, so you're using your leg muscles. Make sure that core is turned on and proper stacking, so bringing it down. With your head, you want to make sure your ears are kind of in line with your shoulders here. So they're stacked properly above it. Shoulders over hips, hips over ankles. Okay? Obviously, it's going to feel a bit bizarre, but as long as you can feel that, so even bring it over slightly more for me. Yeah, there you go, good. Okay? And it's good to have your bum. So let's bring this into sitting. So, yeah, you can see here. Again, just pretend I'm not here, just sit. Okay, so you can straight away see a bit of collapsing there when you did it. So I'll get you to stand up just for 1 minute. A good way, what I say to people is if you kind of bend forward first and kind of shimmy your bum back and then come up, and you'll know you're sitting on your sit bones as opposed to kind of rocking back on your tailbone and then collapsing down. So everything we talked about in standing is the same thing that applies in sitting. So you still want that core turned on, you want it nice and tight. We don't want it to be collapsing, and we don't want to be too open either and overly extended in our back. Okay, so come down first, shimmy back a bit, come up, and then here's your good posture. You don't have to be straight up. We talked about our leg muscles helping with our alignment and our glutes and our hamstrings and our cores. They're taken out of the equation when we get into sitting. Okay, so we don't want to be loading down on that lower back again. So you can be forward, and there's a difference between being like this and being properly stacked and the core turned on, and this. Okay, so you can be forward, but with good posture still, and make sure you're bringing down. So try that. So lean forward first, remember, kind of shimmy your bum back a little bit. Now come up. Can you feel the difference in your sit bones? So right now it looks good, but you're still a little bit back, so bring it forward a bit. So remember that nice stacking. Can you feel your core turned on? A good bit? Yeah. And this is sitting. Obviously, sitting isn't great. Just the way society is now, we have to sit for a lot of reasons. For work, we're on the computer, you're driving, all the rest. So you just have to make the best out of your environment. Okay, so get up every 10 seconds, take a stretch break, a micro, mini stretch break, whatever you want to call it. Go for a walk around the office, come sit back down, and just realign yourself again. So get yourself into position before you sit down. If you find yourself, you'll catch yourself throughout the day trying to cross your legs or whatever you're going to do, just get up, stretch, and come back and reset yourself, reset your alignment. Definitely try to keep the feet flat on the ground, just for circulation. It's a lot better. Again, if we tend to cross our legs over, we'll tend to kind of bend this way or that way or get into that slouching position. Okay? Okay, again? Okay, so we're going to look at your breathing, Rory, so I'll get you just to face the mirror. Put one hand on your chest for me and one on your stomach. And do you mind if I put my hands here? Okay, so what I'm going to get you to do is just take a big deep breath in for me. And exhale. Good, once more. Good. Where do you think you breathe from? From your belly, your chest, diaphragm? Your chest. Yeah, you're actually pretty good with this. A lot of people find it really, really hard, so we should be breathing from our diaphragm. Okay, this is where we should feel the movement. You are a little bit caught in your chest, but you do have movement here, which is good. A lot of people find it very, very hard. They're very stuck here. So I want you to really focus on this time on your inhale. I want you to focus on pushing my hands out. And then on the exhale, I want you to focus on closing in your rib cage, so like you're closing in a corset or closing in an umbrella. So make sure you finish off that contraction. So on the inhale, push my hands out. Good. And then exhale, close, 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 close. Good. Once more. And exhale. Good. Okay, so this is called umbrella breathing. So you're opening up the rib cage and then you're closing it down. This is where we should be breathing from. Most people breathe from here. A lot of yogis breathe from the belly. This is where we should be doing it from. Reason being, you're getting in twice as much oxygen. The core is a cylinder as well, so this is all the core back here too. Once we're breathing from here, you're getting all the oxygen in here and strengthening those deep stabilizing core muscles that need that. So this is where we're breathing from. So on the inhale, rib cage expands out, diaphragm comes down. That makes sense, so out and down. And then on the exhale, rib cage comes back in, diaphragm relaxes and comes back up. So it's kind of like a piston just going up and down inside. And this is the main way to maintain proper posture, to make those deep stabilizing core muscles nice and strong as well. Okay? Okay. Okay, so last thing we'll do is core. So I just want you to be aware of why we're going through the alignment and the breathing. It's basically just to strengthen our deep stabilizing core muscles. So we'll just talk about the three of them again, just so you're aware and you know what you're working, why you're working it. So the first one is your TVA muscles, so transverse abdominis. So they're right here in front. So I'll get you just to kind of put your hands a little bit lower. Bring your fingers down just here. Yep. And if you can like imagine trying to bring both your hips to try and meet each other. Or if I was going to do this to you, you're going to tighten your stomach a bit, right? Can you feel a little bit of a pop here? Yeah. You can feel them kind of tensing up. So that's you contracting your TVA muscles, so the ones across there. So back here, you have one called multifidus. So this one attaches in, you know where some people have the dimples in their back? Yep. So right in here. Every time you fire this front one, this one should be firing too. So I'll get you to put your hands back here and just pop that one for me. Good. And try to do it without moving, like try to make it more slight. Good. Perfect. Okay. So this one, a lot of times, is very weak in people, so they can contract this one and not this one. It's important to have both of these firing at the same time. You never want any asymmetries left to right or weaknesses, one side stronger than the other, because you're going to be prone to injury. So we want this one nice and strong to make sure we can prevent lower back pain. Okay. These aren't exercises. I don't want you going home trying to pop these every day. But alignment, all this stuff can be a bit, not boring, but kind of hard to track and see your progress. It's not like picking up a weight and seeing you're gaining muscle. So maybe in 2 or 3 weeks, you can just put your hand back there, see if that is a bit more of a pop back there. And the best way to strengthen these, again, is proper posture, proper alignment, proper breathing. The last muscle we'll talk about is your pelvic floor. So that runs all the way underneath, so it attaches back up here as well. This one you're going to strengthen with your breathing, okay? So I want you just to turn around and face the mirror for me. And get into kind of a skier's pose, so kind of bring your weight shifted forward a bit, just to bring everything around to the front. I want you to take a big deep breath in, and while you're breathing in, you're going to push down on your pelvic floor. Does that sound okay? Yeah. Okay, so it's hard to do, so what you're going to do is you're going to inhale, so breathe in, and push down, 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 and relax. Can you feel some pressure across there?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay, so that's you contracting your pelvic floor. It's really hard to do. For years we were told Kegel, Kegel, Kegel. It's basically a Kegel in reverse. It's like resistance training, so you're pushing down on it. So when we talked about our umbrella breathing and the diaphragm coming down, now you're just pushing it down on that pelvic floor, and then on the exhale you're letting it come up and relax.
Okay.
We should be breathing like this. You should contract your pelvic floor with every breath that you take, when you're sitting, when you're watching TV, when you're exercising. Okay, so all the time you want to contract that pelvic floor. And then like we said, the other two, they will come with proper posture and breathing and alignment.